Oh, welcome, folks, to another edition, a long-awaited edition of the First Family of Las Vegas' daily free winner show, brought to you by who? The best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. Now, before we bring out today's very special guest, and we're excited about today's guest, and give out free winners for today's card, you know how we start every show. Dionne, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. You know, guys, we want to thank all of you. Dionne and I, unfortunately, we weren't on a vacation. We weren't at like one of them swinging sex cruises that Dionne likes to go on. No, I'm just kidding. We were at home dealing with our second bout of COVID. A few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I was talking about it the whole week. Dionne, unfortunately, got hit with it a little harder sooner.
Yeah.
And I got hit with the throat and the chest thing, and then boom, we got hit with it all together. A few weeks ago, I talked about it. Now, you were missed a few weeks ago on the show.
I was. Thank you.
But last week was a very difficult week for us. You know, we still put up winners. I mean, you're on a hell of a run.
I am.
I think I won 5 in a row in basketball. I would have won 7 in a row, but I had to pass 2 days. 2 days I literally couldn't get off the couch, and I would have won 7 in a row in basketball. But I've got to tell you, man, if you ever really want to test the strength of a relationship, don't go on one of the reality shows where they put you on an island with the Swedish bikini team or all your exes. Get sick and be in the same house as your spouse. I got to tell you, not in my defense, in Dionne's defense, I'm a tough guy. All right, we all know I'm a 6-degree black belt. I was undefeated.
Not when you're sick.
I was undefeated in both the boxing ring. I'm a 3-time gold glove winner and an undefeated karate champion. 133-0-1 in karate matches. Got disqualified in my first match. It wasn't my fault. I didn't know the rules. But 94-0 in the boxing ring. I'm a tough guy, all right? I am a tough guy. When I am sick, I become the biggest sissy, merry little baby boy you've ever seen. I am like a little lost kitten. Am I a baby?
Very big baby.
And to make matters worse, and for all of you who have or any of your loved ones or family members or friends who've gotten COVID and you've experienced this, it's not a fun thing to get, and everybody gets it differently. Everybody gets it. Some people get it worse, better, this, that. This affects them. My back went out again while I had COVID. So every time I coughed, and I was coughing a lot, man, I was a little sissy, merry little kitten. It was annoying, but I was annoying. And then it got so bad where Dionne, we have a lot. I'm a little weird when it comes to bed sheets and you know, bedding and stuff. And we have like 7 or 8 bedding sets. And we've got some really nice ones, and we've got ones for different seasons. And if it gets hot out, you know, which it does here in Vegas, we've got some summer sheets, which we really love. And I was on the couch annoying Dionne, and we've got this big couch. It goes like 15 feet by 15 feet. We got a couple of 5 feet by 5 feet ottomans. And I was annoying Dionne so bad. I didn't realize. I thought she did something sweet. She just wanted me to be in another room. She set up the summer bedding. I set up the summer bedding so you'd be more comfortable for you and your back. She got me out, and I didn't realize how annoying I was until about 3 hours after I was in there going, wait, she didn't do that to be sweet. She did that so I could be in another room.
Yes, I know. And what was the over-under total? 4.5 on how many times I wanted to take that pillow and smother you to death with it.
Not in a fun, sexy, kind of kinky way like we normally do.
So that is why I had to move you into the other room away from me.
In my defense, she got me sick because she got it first. She got me sick, and it's a long line of her getting me sick. When we first started dating, she gave me chlamydia. I'll tell you, no, I'm kidding. We thank God we had each other to crutch on. And, you know, my father was with us. He's 90. He didn't even come out of his room. He didn't want to deal with either one of us. We were both. I will tell you this. Thank God for Teaser, Dice, Pygow, and Keno, our 4 doggies.
Because they kept us company.
2 of us snuggle with me at all times. 2 snuggle with Dionne. They kept us company. So we wanted to say thank you to you guys for being patient. We're sorry we weren't here last week. I want to say a special thank you to all the great folks over at SportsMemo. Chris and Mel too, and Jason and Lexi and Missy and the whole crew. Guys, you guys are the best. And I want to say thank you to all the cappers who rearranged their schedules because
and helped us out.
Filled in. And I want to say thank you to John Ryan, who I always talk about. And I know I'm funny and, you know, charming, but John Ryan is one of the hardest working guys I've ever met in this business. I've been around all of them in this business. And he filled double duty. So thank you, John Ryan.
We truly appreciate everything that you guys do for
these
us.
guys checked in on us every day. So, and your warm thoughts and sentiments through Twitter and whatnot, and DMing us. Thank you. So without any further ado, Dionne.
Yes.
I love you.
I love
we
you.
are back. We're not at 100%, but you guys both know, even us at 50%, We're better than anybody at 100. So we want to thank all of you sports fans. Tune in later today to Full Count, the MLB Sports Betting Show, live 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. My good buddy John Ryan, he's going to be hosting. Joining him, Kevin Thomas and JM Sports. I'm looking forward to working with JM Sports. I really
am too.
I haven't worked with him yet on the panel. We're going to be working with him on this show and that show. So tune into that before you make any of your baseball decisions today. Dionne, take it away.
And as a special thank you, the great folks over at SportsMemo have an amazing discount for you. Use code Vegas39 and get you 3 days for the price of one for either Joey or myself. And you know what else today is?
Tell me what today is.
Today is $2 Tuesday over at SportsMemo. That's right. You get myself, Dr. Chuck, and JM Sports as featured cappers today. Each of us have a big game release for just $2, or you can get all 3 big winners for just $5.
That is great. And thanks to SportsMemo, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore.
Right.
My lovely lady is killing it. She got a big game up. JM Sports.
Money.
JM Sports and Dr. Chuck.
And Dr. Chuck.
I love the doctor. He's going to be on later on this week. James Sports will be on later on this week. So without any further ado, let's bring on today's very special guest. I love him. You love him. He is the new kid on the block. To SportsMemo handicapping, but you guys know him because he writes some great columns for both Wages Talk and SportsMemo. Let's bring him on, Eric Pauly. Eric, how are you, buddy?
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad to see you are feeling so much better, Joe and Dionne. It was a really weird week without having you guys on the shows last week.
Thank
you very much. It's so sweet of you.
We missed you too.
We missed you, and I'm like you. I see that you're coming in. Now, guys, Eric, you're on the East Coast. Can you tell everybody where you're out of?
I'm on Long Island, New York.
Long Island, New York. The only place in New York that they didn't give a borough to because it's so special. But, guys, he's in Long Island. I'm in Vegas. I'm a Sun guy, and Eric is more tan than me, which tells me he enjoyed the weekend. I heard it was nice weather in New York, correct?
It was nice. Today is actually the hottest day of New York so far. We got a 91-degree day, which I know for you Vegas people is probably nothing too special. But in New York, it's got 20 degrees on the hottest day so far this year. So it's
I'll tell you what, Vegas 91 is like a chilly December evening. And I'm a Sun god, Eric. I'll be honest with you. That's of not coming here and doing the show and sharing the panel with my wife and you great guys and coming to our great viewers out there was a big miss for me. But the other thing I missed a lot, and I'm an active guy. I've got to be up and about. I can't just sit idle. When I sit idle, I get into trouble. 29 gross misdemeanors. I'll tell you that. I can't sit idle. That's true, by the way. 29 gross, not one felony. Always get a good lawyer. I don't care what you pay. All those guys in jail going, I can't believe you paid that for the lawyer. Pay it. Pay the lawyer. Anyway, Eric, the one thing I do miss is going. We have this great pool area. It's like an oasis back there. It's gorgeous. And I miss sitting in the sun because I'm a Sun god. I'm Sicilian. We don't have any war heroes, and you're never going to see a great dunking champion in the NBA that's from – where are you from? Sicily. We can't dunk a basketball, but I could go to the equator in August and pour on bacon grease and not get a sunburn. I miss being in the sun. Later today, I don't want to overdo it. We're going to get some food, throw it on the grill, sit outside, get a little sunshine. But I'm glad to see you are tanned. I'm glad to see you doing well. I see you on the leaderboards. I see you doing so much content now. You do written content, you're doing video content, and you're contributing to SportsMemo's handicapping. You're selling picks, and you're doing real good. We're so happy, Eric. I want you to know because we were a big fan of yours before everybody else out there got to know you as a great handicapper. So kudos, and you deserve all the accolades in the world.
I really appreciate that, Joe. Thank you.
Let's go into some free plays today. Eric, will you come back? And would you bat second today?
Sounds good to me.
Guys, Eric's going to come right back. We're going to go to the First Lady of Las Vegas, who is a featured $2 Tuesday capper. So you can get her play for $2. You can get her, JM Sports, and Dr. Chuck, all three of their big winners for $5 right after the show. Do that. We're going to tell you what Eric's got going on later. But Dionne, going to tell you what she's got going on today. And she's got another free winner. If you recall, before we fell ill with COVID, there was on like a 30-something and 9 run with free plays. Dionne, take it away, darling.
All right. Well, guess what, guys? Get ready to get paid today. Tuesday will become payday for anyone that follows me. Yesterday, we had a huge win in my Monday Moneymaker with the Mets on the run line. Today, we continue to win on the diamond with another big winner. My 5% plays have been money, going 27 and 17 the last 44. And today, for $2 Tuesday, I released my NL Game of the Month. So join me, and together we will make $2 Tuesday a payday.
Payday!
Payday!
Now you've got another free winner for everybody.
I do. I have an amazing free winner for everybody. So 2 third-place teams face each other in Game 2 matchup today. San Francisco, which took Game 1 of this series yesterday, 5-4, is 5 games back in the NL West with a record of 26-21. Philadelphia is 11.5 games back in the NL East with a record of 21-28. While the Giants have won their last 2, the Phillies have dropped 4 straight. San Francisco has certainly dominated this rivalry, taking 7 of the last 9 overall meetings and have a little bit better starter going today. Jacob Junis is 2-1 with a 2.76 ERA this season, while Ranger Suarez is 4-3 with a 4.74 ERA on the campaign. The Giants, behind their explosive third-ranked scoring offense, are just simply playing better baseball at the moment. I just don't feel the Phillies and their erratic lineup can keep pace on the scoreboard with their opponent here today. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants.
It's a really good breakdown, Dan. Really nice.
Thank you.
I enjoy your breakdowns because they're very different than mine, and I love that about you. That we share a house. We share an office. Well, we don't share an office. You have your office, we have mine, but you somehow kind of gravitated to my office.
Morphed into one.
Yeah, we morphed into one person, one big annoying cute person. But it's a really good breakdown, guys. Go over to SportsMemo right after the show. Get our $2 Tuesday player. Honestly, get the deal. The steal. I should say the
$5
deal.
Get all 3 of us.
$5 all 3. Let's bring Eric Pauly back on. Eric, you're doing great work over at SportsMemo. I see you on leaderboards. NBA, and we're gonna if at the end of the show I want to touch base because all 3 of us today happen to have baseball free plays, but maybe we could talk a little bit about the championship series that's coming up on Thursday. But I know you have some exciting things you want to tell everybody about, and I know you have another free winner for everybody on the First Family Show. Eric Pauly, take it away, buddy.
Yeah, so I love that breakdown, Dionne, and I certainly would recommend going for that $2 Tuesday, the $5 for all 3 cappers to get Dionne, JM Sports, and Dr. Chuck. That is a fantastic trio right there. Today I have my today's Tuesday, right? The Tuesday full card. I have 2 3% plays and 1 4% play, actually. So definitely head over to SportsMemo and get that value 3-pack for my plays for today. Going into this free best bet breakdown, I actually messed up the graphic here. That's my bad, Joe. I had a little bit of a change of heart when I was writing this morning. But looking at this free game, I have the St. Louis Cardinals going against the San Diego Padres. And see that graphic on the Cardinals minus 125? I actually have the Padres on plus 110. So that's my bad. So I apologize to Chris and everybody who does the graphics. But looking at this matchup, so the Cardinals won the first game of the series 6-3, and they're red hot lately. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. The Padres are playing well as well, though, so they're 6-4 in their last 10. Taking a look at San Diego, they're 30-18 on the season, and they sit in second place in the NL West. 30-18 is a great start, and that would be on the leaderboards in some of the other divisions, but the NL West is certainly the best division in the NL. But the Padres are 17-8 away from home, which is very big for looking at the Padres' outlook today. They have Blake Snell going tonight, and he has his 3rd start off of the injury list because he missed a bunch of the season. In his last 2 starts, he allowed 3 runs and 3 hits in both starts, but the Padres lost both of those games. He has a tough road today against the Cardinals lineup that bats a league best 827 OPS versus lefties, so he's going to have a lot of work to do to shut down that really strong Cardinals lineup. Looking at St. Louis, they're 27-21 in the season, and they sit 4 games behind the Brewers for the top spot in the Central. They're just 14-11 at home this season, so they're playing good baseball, but can certainly pick it up. They have Adam Wainwright going on the hill, the ageless wonder, Mr. Wainwright. It's his 10th start of the season, and so far this year he has a 3.12 ERA and a 4.02 FIP with a 1.29 WHIP. So Wainwright's stats, his newspaper stats, and his advanced analytics are kind of telling 2 different stories. He looks a little bit better in the newspaper stats than does with the advanced analytics, and I think he's honestly a little bit overrated this season. So Wainwright's not allowed more than 4 earned runs in the start, which is great, but he had 3 earned runs in his last start. He also leaves only 80% of runners on base, which is around the league average, and opponents are batting 281 on balls in play against him. The one thing he has going for him is that the Padres have a 646 OPS against righties this season, which is one of the worst in baseball. But given this matchup and Snell's kind of unpredictability coming off the IL, I think Wainwright's overrated and the Padres play well on the road. I actually am going with the Padres plus 110. I wrote about it this morning for SportsMemo, so I apologize to Chris and Joe for getting that wrong graphic up there.
Oh, my apologies. I would have fixed
That's
that.
on me, Joe. Don't worry about that. That's on me.
Okay, sports fans. Just to get that correction, Eric Pauly is taking the Padres
Yes, sir.
The Padres here today. No worries. Things happen. And you know what? Brings a little charm and flavor to the show this morning. Not a problem. You are wonderful. My apologies to everybody out there. These things happen, but it brings charm and flavor. Sports fans, Eric Pauly's doing great work over at Sports Memo. After the show, go over there. The customer appreciation you receive from Sports Memo is unrivaled. Take advantage of some of those discounts they have to offer. Follow Eric. Trust me. He don't just write well. He wins, too. Eric, will you stick around to the end of the show for us?
Yes, sir.
I want to maybe talk a little NBA with you if you can. All right. Yep. Eric will be right back. And, guys, once again, Eric Pauly has the Padres today.
Padres.
Graphic was wrong. It happens. These things happen. No worry. Now, guys, I want to tell you that even COVID couldn't stop Joey D, the best big game hunter on the planet, won 5 straight NBA plays while I was suffering in pain. 5-0. Let's finish off the month like we started it, and that's winning. And I have the play, just the play to do it for us, guys. That's right. I have my legendary MLB best bet play to finish off the month of May. My best bet releases are just that, the best bet on the board. So be on this best bet winner, and you will finish off May with a big win. I believe they're on a 44-17 run. Don't quote me. Go to the website. Whatever I wrote down there is correct. Now, guys, I want you to know,
yes,
I know she knows this. I know some of you know this. I enjoy pissing people off. It's just one of life's little extra bonuses. And it must really piss people off that live in places like Chicago and LA.
Hey, I'm from Chicago.
I know, but you're a Yankee. Don't worry about it. It must really piss people off that live in Chicago and LA that 2 of the best teams in baseball are where? In the Big Apple. And today, for my free play, I want to talk about one of them as we go to Citi Field, where the Nationals face the Mets. Well, New York took game 1 of the series yesterday with authority, 13-5. That victory gave the Mets 6 in 8 matchups with the Nationals this season alone. Overall, when meeting in the borough of Queens, us Manhattan guys, we call them the borough of Queens. When they meet in Queens, they've had their way in this rivalry, taking 16 of the last 21 matchups. The Mets have now won 4 in a row to earn a 17-8 record at home this season, while the Nats, guys, they've dropped another road game, sinking their way to a record of 9-14 on the road. We've talked about this several times on this show and on the MLB Full Count show so far this season, but I want to bring it up again. New York, over the last few years, they've had good pitching. However, their hitting has been their Achilles heel. Not the case this season, sports fans. Their lineup is currently ranking 2nd overall in scoring. They're averaging 5.12 runs per game. Well, sports fans, when you've got a solid pitching staff and your offense is banging the ball for over 5 runs a game, you're going to pile up pitching. Speaking of pitching, Patrick Corbin, Trevor Williams, they're set to take the mound today. It's true, Williams 0-3 on the season. In his defense, though, guys, he's really pitched pretty well in 3 of his last 4 appearances. He just really didn't get the run support. I don't expect him to go more than 3 or maybe even 4 innings here, which tells me that when the stellar New York bullpen comes in, they will hold the Washington lineup in tow. Corbin's numbers, horrific. 1-7, 6.30. He's had trouble in his career against New York, 5-8 with a 4.16 in 22 career games. That includes 21 starts. To me, it's about the Mets lineup combining with their bullpen here, and they are both far superior. Take New York on the run line for another big win today. I like the Mets again today. Guys, I'm going to tell you now, people are talking about Subway Series. I think that's a little premature. I do like the Mets. I do like them in their division. They're good in their division. Guys, I want you to know this is a team that's playing well. And when your pitching staff's allowing a little better than 3 runs a game, and you're accounting for over 5 runs a game, guys, you don't have to be Albert Einstein to figure that out. Well, friends, let's bring Eric back. We got a couple of announcements, and I want to talk to Eric real quick before we run down games about some NBA. So let's talk about the Full Count show, the MLB Sports Betting Show today, live 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. John Ryan, our good buddy, the hardest working guy in sports betting, is going to be hosting. Joining him, Kevin Thomas and James Sports. Tune into that before you make any of your baseball decisions for Tuesday. Dionne, what about some discount?
We have an amazing discount that SportsMemo is offering right now. Vegas 39 gets you 3 days for the price of 1, just $39. That's right, for either myself or Joey. So use code Vegas 39 upon checkout.
And what is today? Tell me what today is.
$2 Tuesday. That's right. Myself, Dr. Chuck, and JM Sports are your featured cappers for $2 Tuesday today, or you can get all 3 of us for just the low price of $5.
$5. You can holla for $5 to make you holla. Sports fans, before I run down today's games and we sign off, I want to, we got a pretty big series coming up Thursday.
We do.
We got the championship series, and I want to ask Eric. Eric, Golden State, Boston. All right. Golden State, a lot of people don't realize this, that a lot of their stats are skewed because they weren't healthy all season until really just a week or two before this regular season ended. And yet they still have one of the best defenses, one of the best offenses in all of the NBA. It's like unfathomable. Boston, great defense. Tatum and Brown. You can't, like these guys enough. Whether you hate Boston or not, like Boston or not, these two guys put up the numbers. They really do carry the team, I'll tell you that. Do you think having a few extra days off is going to help or hurt Golden State, or does it play a part at all?
I don't think it plays really too big of a factor. The Warriors, though, being an older team in comparison to the Celtics, it definitely probably does help their psyche a little bit. But I think the biggest factor here is the fact that the Warriors have the season at home this series. They start the 2 games off in the Bay Area. We all know that over the past couple of years, that's been one of the toughest, if not the single toughest place to win basketball games. Warriors went 31-10 at home this season. So I would put more stock in the fact that the road to the NBA championship goes through the Bay Area to start than the rest.
Big stuff. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. And without letting the cat out of the bag, it's good stuff. We appreciate it. Personally, I have a feeling about the series.
I do too.
I have a feeling about game 1. I may put game 1 out as my finals game of the year. But I will tell you this. I think it's going to be a good series. I think it's good for basketball and sports in general. You got 2 coast teams, one from opposite sides of the country. I think it's good for the NBA and sports in general. I think it's going to be a fun series. For anybody that follows me, you, Dionne, the other folks at SportsMemo, it'll be a profitable one. But I'm looking forward to Thursday. I think game 1 might be my championship series game of the year. We'll see. I'll know a little more tomorrow. I want to check a few things, see if the line moves. I don't think it's going to float around too much more. I don't think it's going to
go too much more.
But I am interested in to see what happens, and I want to get a final injury report. I want to make sure everybody's, where they should be. All right, let's go to the Sports Memo YouTube channel, guys. Great content. The First Family Show, the MLB Sports Betting Show. John Ryan does a ton of content. I know Ross Benjamin does a ton of stuff. And also follow Sports Memo's Twitter page. The best collection of cappers on the planet are at Sports Memo. We put up a lot of free stuff. Go there. Also follow Eric Pauly. Eric, what's your Twitter, please?
My Twitter is at Slime Action. You can find me on Twitter there. And, of course, on Sports Memo under Eric Pauly. You can have access to my free plays and my packages every day.
One of these days, I want to get into detail about how you got the Slime Action. I want that story. I want the exclusive. That's what I'm saying. Dionne, what is your Twitter? Dionne?
You can find me over at the First Lady of Vegas, and you can find Joey over at Joe D'Amico Wins.
Okay, let's run down the free play today, and then let's sign off. Our first day back wasn't the worst. It was painless.
Yeah,
Eric made it nice. Eric, little wind. Well, that's because you're sitting next to me, and I'm not wearing pants. Now, Dionne, what did you have today?
I am going with the Giants plus $1.20.
Our good buddy Eric Pauly, what did you have?
I had the Padres plus 110. That graphic is my bad. So
let me shut that down again. I should have said, you know what? Let me fix that real quick. Watch this. This way we can at least sign off with it. Padres plus. I should have did that instead of babbling, shouldn't I have? There you go. So, Eric, let's try it again. Eric, what did you have today?
You San Diego Padres plus $1.10.
All right. Guys, it's always charming on the First Family Show. And your sexy, savory host, Joey D's, taking the Mets on the run line. Dionne, can you take us out of here, please?
I absolutely can. So don't forget to tune in every day this week to the First Family Show for special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Sports Memo, Eric, and us, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck. Have a winning day.